perjury under oath that you committed a felony, that if you cheat, I will show you zero mercy. So let's go ahead and go through the basics. Mr. Taylor, are you aware that you are here on 3 cases, 25 SR 1186, 24 SR 1233, and 24 SR 1281?
Yes, sir.
And in those 3 cases, you're here today because your sentence enforcement supervisors filed paperwork with the clerk alleging that you're out of compliance with your probation.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an attorney represent you?
Yes, sir.
And you're here representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do? Do you want to represent yourself or do you want to have an attorney?
I'll represent myself.
Okay.
So we're good on that area? Yeah, we're good. All right.
All right. Y'all are done then? Y'all are good?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Judge. I'm trying.
No, no apologies. No apologies. I've already said before you were outside the courtroom, I already said that you're moving and that you'd be back in a minute. All right, Mr. Taylor, are you ready to go forward, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna find that Mr. Taylor has been notified of all 3. All right, I'm gonna find that Mr. Taylor has been notified of all 3 cases here. He's been advised of his right to have an attorney. He has declined to explore that question and chosen voluntarily, intelligently, and knowingly to represent himself.
Yes, sir.
And for which cases?
For 25 SR 1186, 24 SR 1281, 24 SR 1233.
All right, and when was he placed on probation?
On August 25th of 2025.
And what's the length of his total sentence?
4 years across the 3 cases.
Okay. And the case he's currently on probation right now is 25 SR 1186, is that correct?
That's correct.
A condition of his probation for 25 SR 1186 was a condition of his probation to get a substance abuse assessment done?
That's correct.
And how long after his sentencing plea was he to get that substance abuse evaluation done?
The deadline to complete that was November 23rd of 2025, so that deadline hasn't came yet.
Okay. Did Mr. Taylor turn in a substance abuse evaluation purporting to be completed after he was sentenced on this case?
Yes.
Okay. When did he turn that in?
He turned that in on October the 6th of 2025. He submitted it by email.
Okay. And where that substance abuse evaluation, where was that done?
At AACS Counseling LLC.
Okay. And does your office make an attempt to verify that is a genuine substance abuse evaluation?
Yes.
And was your office able to verify that he had actually completed that substance abuse evaluation?
No.
All right, what seemed to be the issue with it?
Well, it looked very similar to an evaluation that he had turned in on a previous case back in 2024. All of the clinicians, supervisor, the information within the report was very similar. When we reached out to try to confirm the one that was allegedly completed on September the 10th, the location would not neither approve or deny. They stated that Mr. Taylor had not signed a release of information, so they could not confirm it.
Okay, so y'all were, but you were also unable to confirm that it was legitimate.
That's correct.
Okay. And did he make any statement, or you weren't present for that?
I was not.
Okay. All right, is there anything else that you would have to add to this?
Not in regards to him submitting the evaluations to the office.
Okay. And who was the other probation officer that was present?
Ms. Fennezy's his officer, and that's who he submitted the documentations to.
Okay. And was Deputy Piper present at that time though?
Yes, when he was reporting, Deputy Piper works security in our office, and so he's there on our report dates.
Okay. I don't have any more questions for Ms. Matthews.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, do you want to ask Director Matthews any questions?
No.
All right, then, Mr. Shepard, you may call your next witness.
All right, we'll call Deputy Scott Piper.
Why don't we just leave him where he is, pull the mic over there. Ms. Taylor, can you see Deputy Piper over there at the table?
Yes, sir.
All right, because otherwise I got to move Director Matthews, and she's got all kinds of stuff up here. So, all right, you may swear your witness.
You raise your hand, please. You swear the testimony you're about to give before the court this morning will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Can you state your name, please?
Yes, Scott Piper.
And how are you employed?
I'm a deputy with Spalding County Sheriff's Department. Right now, presently current assignment's Court Services Division.
Okay. And And do you also serve as security for the Spalding County Sentence Enforcement on report dates?
Yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays.
All right, and were you present on a date when, which date did you interact with Mr. Taylor?
That would have been October 8th.
Okay. And you were present at the probation office on October 8th, Mr. Taylor came in that day?
Correct, that would have been a Wednesday, so we go to 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
All right, and did you overhear a conversation between Mr. Taylor and his probation officer, Ms. Fennessy, about his substance abuse assessment?
So I was, where I normally sit is when they first come in, so I can see them and greet them. Ms. Fennessy was having a conversation with Mr. Taylor. She came out into the hallway and asked me if I would be a witness for her on an issue. I said, yeah, and so I walked into her office, activated my body cam, and basically what you're gonna see with the body cam is that not only did I hear it, but the body cam captured it, him admitting that a individual or someone he had paid to alter the, I guess it's the drug evaluation screen.
And so you overheard that conversation?
I did.
All right, and you also said you were wearing a body cam? And does that body cam record audio, video?
Yes,
And to the best of your knowledge, was the body cam that you were wearing that day properly recording and functioning to record audio and video?
absolutely, and it not only, it does a time date stamp on that.
And is the recording that we're about to tender, that I'm going to tender as State's Exhibit 1 in this hearing, is that a true and accurate depiction of the conversation, the portion of the conversation that you were present for between Mr. Taylor and Ms. Fennessy on October 8th of 2025?
Yes.
All right, Judge, we're going to tender this portion of the body cam as State's Exhibit 1.
Mr. Taylor, do you have any objection to me using this video that they're wanting to play in making my decision on your case?
You say, do I have an objection? Like,
Yeah, do you have an objection to me, listening to this video and watching it with all of us together,
or just how you decide on the case?
and then having me decide, and I'll decide based off of this video? So that's the question on the table is,
Yeah, I object to the video.
you object to the video, and
Yes.
what is your legal basis for the objection to the video?
I don't really know what that means.
Okay, what is anything you have, you said you object, why do you object to the video?
I'm not sure. I think I want a lawyer.
Okay. Why didn't you ask for a lawyer before the case?
Because I thought I thought I could represent myself, but I think I need to have an attorney.
Okay, well, we talked about it before the hearing started, like that was the whole point. I said, you have these options, and you said no thank you, and you don't, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, I'm sensing that you don't like the winds of change that are blowing, and now you want a lawyer, but we're in this thing now. Like,
Okay.
we've sworn witnesses, we're in our second witness, like, I'm just saying out loud, I didn't catch you off guard here. I gave you your options before the hearing started, and I think I circled back and asked you again if you wanted them, and you said no. So I'm sorry, but that ship has sailed.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
be more decisive in what you want going forward, and you'll probably get better responses. But I
Yes, sir.
gave you what you wanted. I gave you the options. Your objection to this video is overruled. You may play the video.
All right, thank you. Would you give the feed,
That's me. Here waiting on me.
please?
I don't know if there's gonna be volume, let me see.
Evaluation came in.
Well, somebody
Okay, buddy.
somebody to do it. So
You paid who to do it?
I don't know. So you have to pay, but
So is it forged?
well, they just changed the date on the thing.
So they changed the date on your substance use evaluation. So that means it's forged. Okay. So basically what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna set you a court date for 10:30 at 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to come to court. Have any questions? All right, you good to go?
So do I get,
You don't get nothing. You don't get something there.
what's the date?
The 30th? All right. I see you with this.
So Deputy Piper in that video, you hear him admit that he had somebody else forge the substance abuse assessment.
Yes,
And everything you just testified to, that all happened in Spalding County?
yes, sir.
Judge, I don't have any further questions for Deputy Piper.
All right. Any questions for Deputy Piper, Mr. Taylor?
No, sir.
All right. All right. You may call your next witness.
Judge, that's all the witnesses the state has in this matter.
Okay. All right. The state has arrested Mr. Taylor, which means that it is your opportunity, but not an obligation. You have the right to remain silent if you wish, to present evidence in your defense. If you choose to testify, or if you choose to call any witnesses, they'll be cross-examined by Mr. Shepherd after they give me the information, including yourself. And they'll be required to answer those questions as long as those questions are proper.
Okay, I don't have any witness.
All right. Do you wish to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to find for the record that after discussion, the defendant is knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently choosing to remain silent. That silence cannot and will not be held against him in any way whatsoever. All right. Then that means the evidence is closed. So, all right. Mr. Shepherd, do you have the right to go first, last, both?
I'll just go last.
All right. Mr. Taylor, tell me why I shouldn't revoke your probation here.
Well, see, the situation was I thought I had a deadline to turn the paper in, like when I went to report. So I thought I was already in trouble, like for not having it done. And I was working like 5 days a week. So I really didn't think I had time to get it done. So I had someone to change the date. It was a real substance evaluation that I'd done before. And I'm the only one working, and I got 3 kids to take care of.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Anything else you want me to know?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Shepherd, you have the right to go last.
Judge, this is a second in 10 DUI. It's also got a hit and run, and then there's another case where he's violated his license restriction. So multiple DUIs, hits and runs, he's still driving. He's disregarding his obligations to the law as far as continuing to drive. Now he's come in and he's forged a substance abuse assessment. I think it's clear that he probably needs some substance abuse treatment. He did not do what he's supposed to do. He admitted that he forged it. I mean, enough is enough on this one, Judge. I think he just needs to be revoked in full on this.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, well, the evidence as I've heard it is that I have 3 cases in front of me. 25 SR 1186 with 661 days remaining. Then I have 24 SR 1281, which runs consecutive to that with 364 days remaining. And then I have 24 SR 1233, which runs consecutive to the first 2 cases. And that total, do you have that total somewhere? What is the total?
1,389 days.
1,389 days. Okay. I find that the cases that are on the table in front of me are frankly just the latest in a very long list of cases from Mr. Taylor. Your birthday's 1/20/87, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm just making certain I'm looking at the right person. So I've got alcohol possession under 21 back in 2006. I got a 2010 forgery, felony upstairs, where you entered into a probation. Oh, that's that old Palm thing. And then you got removed from that. So that was a fail. You had open container in 2011. You have battery, family violence, DUI in there we are, jumping forward to 2016, battery, you have a DUI. I then have a disorderly conduct, 20 SR 798. I then have 20 SR 1040, marijuana. I then have 20 SR 1977. That one, no, that one was dismissed. You get a free pass on that one. Then we get 23 SR 4091. That was a failed probation, closed unsuccessful on a DUI. A bunch of magistrate court cases I don't care about. Then we get forward to these cases here. So in other words, you've had a very long series of histories with us, and frankly, very few of them were successfully completed. So this is going to just go into that list of unsuccessful probations. Mr. Taylor, in this state court, the reason I love being a state court judge is because we help people. I love the fact that our job is to help people.
Yes, sir.
And we have bent over backwards to help all kinds of people in all kinds of situations. But it's very well known, I hope, by my 8 years on the bench, that the one thing I have absolutely no tolerance for is cheaters. And you're a cheater. It's very clear to me that instead of getting help that you need and letting us help you, you'd rather just cheat and try to get out of it. And so when I find a cheater, they are absolutely the people that could undermine my entire system that I've built to try to help people. Because the easiest path of action on all the cases is just to revoke the balance and close the case. Like,
Yes,
that's
sir.
the simplest, easiest path for any judge at any moment. And yet we up here turn ourselves inside out, backwards and upside down to try to come up with solutions that help people. And that substance abuse evaluation
Yes,
is
sir.
an essential part of that plan for us to help. So you gave us false information while we were trying to help you. Do you see why my voice is raising a little bit? Do you
Yes, sir.
see why that is so incredibly frustrating to me?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to help you, and you're giving us lies. And you know what a lie is to a court? It's two things. It's a felony, perjury under oath. If you do it outside of the courtroom, it's a felony, false statement to a government agency. You committed a felony, and I'm going to respond in the way that you committed a felony. I'm revoking every day of every case so that everyone will always know that if you cheat, I will show you zero mercy. But the folks that want to work with us and help us and let us continue doing the heavy lifting to assist, we will help those folks all day long. But you cheat or you lie, and I'm going to take every day. And if you had 7,000 days on my table, I would take 7,000 days. Take him away. 1389, I'm revoking everything. You have 30 days from today if you want to appeal this decision. You have 6 months if you want to use your habeas rights.
325.
You should think about your children. You brought up your children, and I'm obviously sitting here thinking about your children too and how they're going to be without a dad for a while. And I want you to know that I'm up here thinking about your kids and the fact that they're not going to have a dad for a little while. And when you get out, don't put yourself back in this position. Go and be a dad. Go and be a dad. Go be the dad they deserve to have, okay? You can do that. But right now, you got to go ride this ride. So...
Judge, Ms. Nichols has a plea that's ready to go. Ms. Destiny Adams